So, hi everyone, welcome back with Afro in Action. I'm Augustine. First of all, before I hit the topic of the day, I want to thank you guys for the support that you guys show me on the YouTube account on Afro in Action and also Augustine Edo. And not to forget also the Facebook account, which is Afro in Action, and also Augustine Edo and Miss Dynamic. I kind of have many Facebook accounts, and I'm getting support from every single one of them. So thank you very much for that. Today, my topic is, who do you blame in a cheating fiasco? Are you going to blame yourself? Are you going to blame your partner who stepped out of the relationship? Or are you blaming the person who came in your relationship and destroyed it for you? That's one of the questions of this issue. Another one is that when doing research on Madame Noire, we found out that 90% of the women tend to blame the other women. So why do you think women always throw their angers on the other women instead of their partner, their husband or boyfriend who stepped out of the relationship, the person who was committed to them, stepped out of the relationship, but instead of blaming that person, they blame the other women? Why would you think that? I have 3 guests on the show today and I'm very fortunate for that. So welcome back, Mohammed.
Thank you.
And Amanda. And Steve, I'm very happy to have you guys on the show today. The topic for today is, who do you blame in a cheating fiasco? I have 2 questions with that topic. Do you blame yourself? Do you blame your partner who stepped out of the relationship? Or do you blame the person who came in your relationship? That's my first question. And the second question that I came across was that most women always tend to blame the other women instead of blaming your partner. Why do you think that a woman will throw her anger on the other female instead of her partner who stepped out of the relationship and pretty much disrespected your vows? So I will go ahead and probably start with Steve and your opinion about, who do you blame in a cheating fiasco? Are you going to blame yourself, your partner, or the person who came in your relationship?
Well, if I didn't cheat on my wife or my girlfriend, I'm going to blame my partner that stepped out on me.
Okay.
Because I'm still in a relationship and I still love her and I care for her. So why did you step out on me? That's my question.
Okay. So, Amanda?
Well, with me, it's almost the same with Steve. It's the person I'm in the relationship with. And then it's my opinion that if you're in a relationship and that person that you're in a relationship steps out, it absolutely 100% that person who stepped out.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. And Mohammed, what do you think about that?
I think I'll agree with Amanda and Steve. So it's like, if you're in a relationship, if you have a stable relationship, the one that had like a choice to get out of the rules of a relationship is the one to blame. And whatever the reasons that he has to say, he has to discuss it maturely with his partner, not just put the rules.
Okay. So, when on the same questions, when it comes to me, I feel like depending on the situation, they are both to blame. Not on the same level, but they both have blame, because like we all know, if you purchase a stolen item, you are just as responsible, as guilty as the person who stole that item if you are aware that that item was stolen. So if you know that he's in a relationship, well, mostly the female, if she knows that he is in a relationship and she decided to pursue that relationship anyway, would you not give her any blame?
No, absolutely not. To me, I don't think so. If I found out that my significant other is having a relationship with another woman, it's absolutely not the woman's fault. Even if she knows that that person is with me, because she's not in the relationship with me. I'm in the relationship with him. So it is him that I have an issue with, not her. To me, she's not even an entity. She doesn't matter. It's him. Even if she knows that my significant other is with me, it's still not her fault. I do not put any blame whatsoever on her.
Still, okay, if your girlfriend or your wife step out, the person she cheated on you with knows that she's in a relationship with you. Would you want him to stop that? Would you want him to be like, okay, you're in a relationship, I would rather you stop it before we continue?
If my girlfriend or my wife steps out on me with
Okay.
somebody else, I
Okay.
don't want her because she's not truthful or faithful to me. I want somebody that's going to be faithful to me.
Okay.
You know, when you have your vows, you know, for better or worse, for sickness and health and stuff like that, I believe that in a relationship prior to even getting married as well.
Okay.
So if some woman or some guy or whatever the situation may be comes into my relationship and breaks it up, that's okay. I don't have a problem with that because if you want her, you want him, you can have him because I don't want you now. That's
Okay.
how I feel.
Okay.
And you're not going to put any blame on the man.
No, I'm not going to put no blame on the man. I don't blame the man. Men are like dogs. We can't help it. We're out there. We're trying to pick up anything we can.
Okay.
But when you're in a serious relationship, if you want somebody else, fine, go ahead. Adios, amigo.
So don't you think that she owes you like an explanation or conversation before stepping out? Like if she was thinking about going out, maybe there's a problem in.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I want an explanation. Why? What did I do wrong? I've been treating you like a queen. I treat you very well. I treat you with respect. I love you. I tell you that I love you, and then you cut out on me with some other guy for what? I want an explanation.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn it around and be like, if you are the other person, you meet somebody, you meet a girl or a guy outside, you guys are interested in each other, and then you find out that she or he is in a relationship or is married to somebody else, would you pursue that relationship?
I'm pursuing it.
I'm not.
I'm pursuing it. I mean, if I'm attracted to the person and the person is nice to me and we're having a good time and they are fun to be around, I'm pursuing it. They know they're married or they know they're having a relationship. So if they don't honor what they have with whomever they have it with, they shouldn't come and look for anything else. So I am not going to deprive myself of something nice just because of someone else. I'm not going to do that.
But don't you think that if he was able to do that with the other person, he'll do it to you afterwards?
Well, that doesn't matter. I am in for that very moment. I'm not thinking of, well, he did this to that person, so maybe he's going to do it to me too. Well, he probably will because he is, right?
Exactly.
So to me, that's not a factor. I'm looking at, are we having a good time? Do we connect? Is this something that I want? It doesn't bother me whatsoever. I'm going after it.
But I think I'll disagree with that but first I want to say something about like when you were saying would you blame the other person. I don't think we should blame him, but I think there is a moral problem with that other guy. Like if I know that this guy is married and he's happily married, he's not like a guy that you met and say, hey, I'm divorcing my wife in a month, then yeah, okay, that means he's out, he's trying to see other options. But if he's in a married or in a relationship, at least I'll not be interested to go through that because first of all, like, yeah, we will have some happy moments, but there will be a lot of complications. And the second thing is, as I just said, if he decided that he's happily with somebody, then he met somebody else and I like the moment now, then and cheated on her, then this is a problem with the personality. Because here's what I think. There's no 100% happy relation all the time.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
doesn't happen.
Right.
But not every time we have a fight or have a problem, I'll just go looking for somebody like this.
Well, the reason why a lot of people, step out of the relationship is because the relationship is lacking something.
Okay.
And it's a lot of time it could be on a sexual part of it because, you get used to, being with each other. And you might want to, experiment doing certain things. However, you might be a little shy or embarrassed to say to your significant other, hey, could you maybe wear this cute little outfit because you don't want someone to think you're, sick or creepy or whatever, you know what I mean? Because
It's a lot of that.
Yeah, because you're already contemplating in your own relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that has a lot to do with it as well.
One last question before we jump to the next part of this topic. So I have a question for you. If you found out that your girlfriend or wife was cheating on you with your best friend or your family member, how would you, who are you gonna blame? Because technically, well, for sure they already both guilty. Where do you stand on that?
So I think the problem with the situation that you just described, that it will be a lot harder because now you're not dealing with only like your wife cheating with somebody that you don't know, you have never seen. Then now there's somebody else that you know that you may be meeting every day, and he's lying to your face. So that will be another like level of like hardship in the situation. Again, as I said, like the only person to put blame on will be the wife or the girlfriend or your significant other. But in that situation, it's not like a blame as if it is a kind of like, how did you do that given that we are friends? Because that's another relationship that has its own rules. And like, I think one of the biggest rules of friendship, don't cheat on me with my wife. Like, so in that situation, I would say, you need to there's two different relationships that they both were violated, and you have to blame them on these two different levels.
Okay. What would you say?
Well, mine still remains the same. It's still the person that's in the relationship. Whether it is twin sister, twin brother, sister, or cousin, or best friend, and they've known each other for ages, it doesn't matter who the person is. It's still the person that is in the relationship with. And I'll put it personally, so to get my point across, if it was me and my best friend ended up cheating with my significant other, we'll sit down, have some popcorn, exchange notes, end of story. But when he walks in the door, it's game on. And I'm having an issue with him because he's the one that I have a relationship with. Even though I have a great relationship with my girlfriend, we're best friends, he is the one that should be extremely crazy about me, in love with me, and everything about me. For him to step out and do it with someone else, or experience everything that me and him experience with someone else, and then for me to blame that person, to me still doesn't make any sense. And if it's somebody closer, we'll exchange notes, laugh about all the silly things that he does, and did you do that? Yeah, really? Okay, let's move on. And that's it.
What do you have?
Well, I blame the cheater, of course, the
Okay.
cheater. And also, you can put some blame on the other person as well, because they know you're in a relationship. And especially if it's a friend of yours and they know you're, that's your girlfriend or
Yeah,
boyfriend or
so
husband.
there's a boundaries that's being broken.
Yeah, it's a bond there that's being broken, so you can put the blame on two people. However, I put mostly the blame on my wife, that she went out and cheated on me with Muhammad or somebody like that, especially and friends and stuff.
Especially you.
Yeah, I'd be all pissed
I'll never
off
do
about
that to you.
Yeah, well, you say that now. If you had your chance, I know
You never know.
You're just like a dog. You can't bullshit me. But that's the way I feel.
Okay, so the other question that I had is that most women, when they found out that your partner stepped out of your relationship, instead of blaming the partners, they always tend to blame the other women. Why would you think she's going to react that way? When I did the research on Madame Noir, they mentioned that most women will react to that level because she feels like the other woman is almost like an equal to her. She can handle her. If they have to fight, she can stand up to the female. But she cannot stand up to the guy, most likely because he might be physically abusive. And also the women do not want to feel like they lost a battle. So when another female is there, has an opponent, they want to stand up and hold your ground. Why would you think a woman who wants to blame the other one when her partner is the one who stepped out?
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Well, I look at it like this. Women are wired different from men. And women, I notice women look at other women harder than men look at women. And for some unknown reason. It's an ego thing, and it's a personal thing as well.
Yes.
And it really, you know, it hurts too to have someone else come in and take your territory over, or your boyfriend or husband or whatever, and they sometimes question themselves and look in the mirror and say, hey, what she got what I don't have. So
that's true.
I'd like to add to that. I think also it's another point of like they don't like women. I think there are a lot. Women are more emotional than men, so they don't want to lose. They know that they have all these emotions to that guy, and I think it's a lot harder for them to say, hey, this guy did this, and he's the one that I should cut all my feelings and my emotions to him. So like a defensive way to that, they'll say, hey, no, maybe it's not his fault, it's the other woman that seduced him or something. But I think that even if she managed to do that, with time all these emotions and feelings will just go down and down, because in the back of her mind she knows that he's the guy to blame, he's the one to blame. So.
Okay. Do you want to add anything to that?
Well, I've heard a lot of women, which does not pertain to me at all, say something about the sisterhood pack. You know, guys have the brotherhood pack, and then I guess the women have the sisterhood pack, and they always feel that if a woman goes after another woman's man, then they've broken the code. No sister pack,
Yeah.
and so they go after the other woman, you know, instead of the man, which, you know, that's something that we need to as women, instead of break each other down, like lift each other up. Even if you found, because a lot of women would say, well, if you didn't, like you said, seduce my husband or boyfriend, then he wouldn't have come after you. Well, your boyfriend, husband knows that he's with you, so why does it have to be my fault completely? That's why I always stand for the cheater, like that is the cheater's fault 100% and not the other person. But the women have this, they feel that they have this bond with each other, that we should look out for each other in every aspect, including partnership.
Okay.
So, and then I'm thinking, that's a lot of burden for me to sit here and say I have to guard each and every man. Come on, you know? Let the men do their own dirty work. They're doing it. They've done a good job at it already, you know?
I have to, you know, say something about your sister pack. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it'd be a sister pack if you are in a relationship with that lady or that friend. But if it's a strange woman, I don't see where a sister pack, where you can say that.
The sister pack is international. It doesn't matter whether this person is from another country, and the person finds out, they say that there's this thing with women that it should just not happen. It's the sister pack. It's international.
I can assure you that there's no pact between me and Mohammed if we had a chance to, you know, hook up with somebody else.
It'd be like a fight club.
Yeah, it'd be like the Fight Club. So there's no pact between me and him or anybody else, because if I see somebody that I like and, hey, I'm going to hit on her, and I'm not going to say, hey, are you in a relationship, or, oh, do you know Mohammed? I'm not going to say nothing like that.
So thank you guys again for joining me on the show, Mohammed, Amanda, and Steve. I'm very happy to have you guys on the show, and hopefully we can do that again some other time. So the topic of the day was, who do you blame in a cheating fiasco? Do you blame yourself? Do you blame your partner? Do you blame the person who came in and destroyed your relationship? We have different opinions, different experience on the issue, so go ahead and share your opinion with us. We will be very happy to hear what you think. And also, thank you again for the support on Facebook and also on YouTube and also on Twitter. So, and this was Augustine again with Afro in Action, and see you guys again.